Who had a chance to see what happened just recently in Miami?
Esta es una llamada a todas las unidades de la ciudad de Miami. Esto es en Bayside ahora. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? 9:35 de la noche de hoy, 1 de enero, frente a Bayside. No sabemos qué está.
Now, once this video dropped, there was someone on social media that pointed out there was a strange creature walking down the sidewalk during this police intervention. And this was the video that he highlighted and posted that initially went viral. So there have been a lot of alien creature conspiracy theorists on Twitter that have been running wild, that posting reactions after the video went viral, which obviously highlights this large out of this world figure walking near the cop cars, what looks like in slow motion from the vantage point of the camera. But it looks like we now have answers as to what really went down. So, however, a spokesperson from the Miami Police Department tells us that what is seen in the clip is a shadow of someone walking. If you look at the bottom of the shadow, you can see the person. It's not a creature. But some are not buying the story because the absolute sheer amount of police cars at the scene seemed a lot more than what was necessary. As they say, the crime didn't fit the punishment. The reason cops were called to the shopping mall, according to Miami Police Department, was based on the fact that there were a group of teens fighting. They were launching fireworks and causing chaos at the mall. There are other reports that say the fireworks was actually gunfire, which triggered the massive police response. Now, some people are not buying the story because where on earth have you ever seen such a large convoy of police cars come to what someone would consider a fight or even a shooting? This looks like they emptied out the police departments in the entire city and surrounding suburbs to come assist. Is it possible that they just had nothing going on this particular night? Or are they covering up some story where it could potentially be a lot larger than what they're telling us it is?
So, since nobody's going to talk about it, I figured, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was down in Miami for the New Year's, you know what I'm saying? Me and my girl, I got a little timeshare. We was down there on a mini vacay, just to start the New Year's off right. So anyway, we happened to be at that mall. So we had Foot Locker or whatever. Next thing you know, you start hearing all this commotion outside, sound like firecrackers or something. So, you know what I'm saying? I grab her close. I'm like, yo, we about to get up out of here, because I originally thought that they were shooting. You know what I'm saying? I thought, some type of gunfight had broke out, whatever the case is, because we're not familiar with Miami, we're not familiar with the city. So I'm like, damn, I ain't even got my blick. So you know what I'm saying? We about to swerve. Next thing I know, it's like crazy. Like, we just see all these people running, like, fat chicks, old ladies, like, I'm talking about moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, old people even move. I'm talking about moving. So, my girl, she like, what's going on? I'm like, fuck all that. We out. Like, I'm not going to ask no questions. We just going to follow the crowd. Next thing you know, real, like, gunshots start going off. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to follow the crowd, get out of there. I look back, no cap, yo. No cap. I look back. It looked like a big ass shadow, but it was solid at the same time. Like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time. And it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer So I'm like, yo, what? So we start really moving. Next thing you know, we start hearing more gunshots. Like these dudes start firing at this shit. Get outside, mad police, all that. You know what I'm saying? The police is like trying to get all the people that ran out the mall. They like trying to like detain these people, whatever. But you know, me and my girl, we ended up just, you know, sliding past all that and everything like that. But you know, a lot of people saying, why didn't nobody film and all that? When that type of shit is going on, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, like some paranormal, nobody thinking about no phone. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going survival mode. But for real, they lying.
Juveniles who had sticks and fireworks. But Auntie, why do you care if that's on the news? That isn't a big deal. No, my friend, no, it's not. It is definitely not that big of a deal. I agree with you, and it is definitely, hands down, not a big enough deal for the local Miami Police Department to show up on the scene just like this. Right? That seems like a lot of officers to show up, but my friends, that is not anywhere near all that came. And once you understand and you hear the eyewitnesses' stories, I believe you will at that point understand a little bit better as to why so many police officers, probably 100, along with choppers, black choppers from the PD, patrolling the scene from above. And according to eyewitnesses there, the Miami police was not dispatched there for a juvenile fight. And the obvious need for such an enormous police presence was far more sinister than what we've been told. As multiple witnesses claimed to have seen, I can't believe I'm going to say this, creatures that stood 8 to 10 feet tall, walking outside and even inside of the mall. And the pew-pews that were reported, and even the pew-pews you might hear in some of the videos, had nothing to do with the juvenile fight. According to these witnesses, it was actually the mall-goers shooting to protect themselves from these 8 to 10 foot tall creatures in self-defense.
Yeah, that's why I came right here.
But wait, it gets better. Along with the ridiculously high number of police officers that arrived on the scene and the helicopter flying above, apparently after this incident was phoned into the police, the Black PD helicopters were the only things flying that night in the Miami sky. As the Miami airport was shut down, still no flights going or coming at Miami International, only one PD helicopter patrolling the area. The absolute lack of this story anywhere is absolutely driving me mad. On my Google search, I found nothing. I found crickets. Ironic. Even my ex, not my ex, even X let me down. Well, my ex let me down too, but that's a whole nother story. As when I searched on X, this is what I found. No results for people shooting at Miami Mall, 8 to 9 feet tall creatures. Okay, valid. Let's remove the obvious. Do another search without the 8 to 9 foot tall creatures. Well, now that's suspicious. Still no results for Miami Mall shooting January 2024. Now that's very suspicious. Because judging by the size of the police presence, the helicopter, but wait, there's more. You would think even X would have one post about it, but nothing. Thank goodness for social media though, because where would we be in situations like this when the media chooses not to report if we didn't have incredible people going to social media to post details about it themselves? Can someone confirm they've cut the police scanner? Checked flight tracker, doesn't look like any flights leaving or coming into MIA. You can see the helicopter doing loops. Yes, they cut the scanners. Multiple people claim they saw 8 to 10 foot tall aliens or very tall zombies, and it caused shoppers panic. There are now black helicopters flying and everything is blocked off. Power has also been cut in a few blocks and at the mall. So you're gonna tell me that the police literally cut the public's access to the police scanners, all because some juveniles are fighting with sticks? Okay. And they're gonna cut the power, not only to surrounding areas, but also the power to the mall itself. So much so that 61,290 homes are without power at that time. On Reddit, we found anyone following what happened in Miami last night, apparently mass sighting of 7 to 10 foot tall creatures. Flights halted, police radio cut off, and helicopters patrolling. So are you really telling me that they're hoping, they're praying that we are all going to just believe this? Miami police, a large fight broke out involving several juveniles, some of whom may have been armed with some kind of sticks. Police are still continuing their investigation at this time. Okay, you know who else is doing their investigation at this time? Me and the rest of the world. You cannot be serious when you tell me you're going to cut the power to the mall and multiple homes in Miami, shut down a whole airport, no planes in and no planes out, have hundreds of police officers storming the mall, rushing to the scene, and Black PD helicopters scouring and patrolling the area from above. All simply because of a juvenile fight where some of the juveniles were armed with some kind of sticks. No, sir, I kindly reject this. I do not believe this at all. So guys, I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Because to you, does this look like the type of police presence that would ever be warranted or required for a fight between juveniles with sticks?
What did you hear?
Gunshots.
Oh, that's what that was? I didn't hear that. I just heard screaming.
Yeah, no, that's why I came running. I heard
Bueno, para que sean testigos de cuando se produce una llamada a todos.
Yeah. Because of all of that fanfare, that police presence was really over juveniles fighting with sticks.
You guys, this is just getting interesting. So now we have it. Those are the two arguments that we're hearing, the two competing arguments. Whether it's what the police department said, which was a bunch of teens fighting, lighting off fireworks, or social media and all the people individually posting what they witnessed themselves, which was tall creatures walking through the mall. People were shooting at them. I'm going to leave it up for you guys to decide. You guys let me know what you guys think. All I got to say is we're going to start to see a lot of crazy things that we don't have explanations for. Never in my life have I seen a fraction of that many police officers come in response to a shooting, lighting of fireworks, or even a teen fight at a mall. Never in my life. I just think this is one of the strangest stories that we're going to continue to have to watch because we don't know enough information right now. There's not enough information. Now, we have eyewitness testimonies all over social media from people stating that the Miami Mall was shut down by police, and rumors are being spread that 8 to 10 foot tall shadow alien creatures are walking around the mall, and that people decided to shoot in self-defense at these 10-foot creatures. You can check all over social media, all over Reddit. That's all you can find on this story because no one within local news or national news is reporting on this. The only news source you can find as of right now is TMZ. The only major news outlet is TMZ posting on it. And their position is that of the Metro Miami Police Department, which is that it was a group of teens fighting. They let off some fireworks and police were dispatched to handle that. Again, we saw enough police cars that literally would warrant some sort of terrorist attack. Was it necessary to bring that much police officers for a group of teenagers fighting? Absolutely not. So I'll say as of right now, that doesn't necessarily fit the narrative. Maybe something sinister happened. Does it have to be giant alien creatures? Maybe not, but we do know based on the response that this was not a group of teenagers fighting or letting off fireworks. This is something a little more sinister, and we're going to have to continue to follow this story to see how it unravels, because I need to understand what's going on down there in Miami.